Alright guys, welcome to your 38th Intermediate Java tutorial, and in these next couple tutorials, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build probably the coolest program that I taught you guys how to build yet, and that is a simple chat room in Java. Now I say simple chat room, but it actually uses a lot of in-depth features such as streams and sockets, and this is probably the first true networking application that I taught you guys how to build yet because we built those other browsers and stuff that can go to websites and read files and pretty much connect to the internet, but this is a true networking example where I'm actually going to be building two programs here. One of them sits on my computer, one of them sits on your computer, and we can actually chat back and forth to one another. So it's absolutely amazing, definitely the coolest program that I built yet. So let me go ahead and show you guys how this works right now. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build one program first, and I'll talk you guys through what like what a socket and a stream is as I'm building it because I think that's the best way to do things. But I'll go ahead and give you guys a little background about what I'm doing. I first made an entirely new project and I named this first class server.java because this program right here is going to sit on a public server. Now, just a 2 second, basic introduction of what a server is if you guys have never heard of it. A server is pretty much a computer that anyone in the world can access. So you guys are going to be able to access this computer. I'm going to be able to access this computer. My mom's going to be able to. Pretty much a server is a public computer. So I'm going to be running this program on my server, and any of you guys that wants to chat with me, you just have to run the other program and then we can chat back and forth. So let me go ahead and start coding this bad boy, and you need to do this too. So go ahead and make a class called server, and the first thing we need to do is import a few things. So import, I have to spell it right, import Java IO. There we go, already finishing it for me. Import java.net. There we go. Import Java AWT. Import Java. Probably could have typed this out beforehand, but you guys probably want to. Okay, event right there. And the last thing we have to do is import JavaX swing. And this one's not popping up for me. Use SOB. Okay, so we got all of our imports. Type in your message before you send it. So we'll make this variable private JText field, and we'll just name it user text. So that's the area that you type in your message before you send it. So now we need to create the area that displays the conversation. So this is going to be private, of course, JText area because it's a big area, and we'll just name this the chat window. Now again, like I said, this is going to display the conversation itself, both your messages and whoever you're talking to, their messages. So now after this we need to build some streams. So let me go ahead and code this variable object output stream, and I'll just name this output. So before I continue, let me talk to you guys about what a stream is. Now, whenever you connect to someone else's computer through networking in Java, we'll talk about sockets later on because that's technically what the connection is called. But just think that you have a connection between your computer and someone else's computer. Now, the way that you guys communicate, you actually communicate through something called streams. There are two main streams between your computer and another person's computer. There's an output stream and an input stream. Now, this output stream is the stream that flows from your computer to your friend's computer. So whenever you send a message, whenever you type, "Hey dude," this text gets sent, packed up in a boat, sent along the stream to your friend's computer. Now whenever they type a message like, "Hey man, what the heck do you want?" that message gets packed in a boat, or a little rowboat, whatever you want to call it, gets sent in the input stream to your computer. So again, remember this, it's actually really important. Output goes away from you, input goes to you. And whenever I say, like the data coming in, that's what I'm talking about, the messages, all the information and that stuff. So now, since we have an output stream, we can send stuff away. Now we need an input stream. So private object input stream input. I'm not typing very accurately today. Alright, so now we have our stream set up, our main passageways that we can send stuff out and receive stuff in. So now what we need to do is we need another variable, and this is going to make sense later on, probably not so much sense now. Server socket server. Now remember that I said that basically I'm building this first application that's going to go on the server. So you guys are pretty much going to be all of the clients, because all of you guys watching this video are probably going to be on a personal computer, and I'm going to put this program that I'm building right now on a public server so everyone can access. So this is why I need to set up the server that basically says, okay, wait, there's a program that's going to go on the server and it's going to wait for everyone to connect to me from a personal computer or from the client. So this is pretty much the variable that we have to set up, and we just pretty much have to configure the server to say, okay, this is what port you're going to set on, this is where you're going to be on the server, and pretty much it takes another thing like how many people can wait to be connected at one time. So again, like I said, if you guys don't understand this right now, I don't expect you to, but later on whenever I'm, configuring the server and showing you guys how to set everything up to, accept people that want to chat with it, you guys can understand then. Now the last variable that I want to make right now is pretty much the most important variable for this for this tutorial, I guess. It's a socket itself. Now, you remember when I was talking about connections in, because I said your computer and another person's computer are going to be connected? Well, in Java, they actually name connections sockets. So whenever I say, okay, a socket, I don't know what context I'm going to be using it in, but I'm going to say set up the socket. I pretty much mean set up the connection between your computer and another person's computer so you guys can actually network, interact, have a conversation together. So there you go. There is your very basic tutorial. And again, that's not like the formal definition of sockets, but for now, for just the introduction, that's all you have to remember. A socket, just think a socket is basically a connection between two computers. So in the next tutorial, what I'm going to be doing is we'll set up the GUI first before we get into any real programming. So that's what we'll be doing then. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I can't wait to finish this baby.